All right, we are live in a moment. Let's see and get this up. And I will add my prediction in the script down below. Prediction. And the prediction is 3-1 for Real Madrid. And the time has started, so let me just start it once here. Yes. And I couldn't put up the front attacker for Real Madrid. I couldn't find him. Wasn't in the database, so that's why he's left out. I heard rumors that Mbappe would be starting tonight, but apparently that's not the case. But he's on the bench at least, so he will probably get some play time after his sickness. A lot of players has a lot of things to prove before kickoff after summer when La Liga starts. Also for the Italian. Trent has a lot to prove again also. And Juventus is putting up some attack here, right outside the field area, and it's blocked. Some worrying start for Real Madrid. They look like haven't started as they were hoping. Also, really exciting to watch Xabi Alonso, how he's gonna do at his new club. As we know, he had quite a good run in Bayer Leverkusen, winning the Bundesliga without even losing a game, which is incredible. So I understand that Real Madrid has a lot of hope, a lot of optimism about Xabi Alonso as their new head coach. And Real Madrid is also a club that is with high hopes, high expectations. They have to wind up in at least finals in almost every single competition, or else they're not satisfied. That can also put up some pressure on Xabi Alonso. Here's a strikeout from Vinicius Jr., but it's blocked. Testing the goalkeeper, if he's ready. Does he get Valverde up, or he is blocked by the defender? So Juventus also has a lot to prove need to prove themselves that they are up top as they used to do. Recent years, they have been falling behind. Napoli and Inter has taken the lead in front of Juventus. Juventus really haven't done too much in the top since Cristiano Ronaldo left them. So they need to prove themselves that they're capable of compete in the next season. Right now it's some clumsy play. Both teams struggling to build up their play. It's also two teams that is not used to play against each other, so it can be difficult to adapt in the game, know how to put up some attacks. Right now, Juventus trying to get some possession in the game to see if they can maybe slow down Real Madrid's aggressive attack. It's never good if you get behind in the first few minutes. Real Madrid gets the ball up high, but it's a bad pass right into the Juventus goalkeeper, and Juventus trying to build up one more. We see the two differences between these two teams, that Juventus really want to play up slowly, trying to take out some time and get some ball possession. And Real Madrid is just putting on some pressure. They want to get up front immediately. They don't want to just sit back and build up the play slowly. Also, a big defensive line with 5 defenders from Real Madrid. 5-3-2, which is insane for an attacking team. Trent right inside the box, but gets blocked. Loses the ball. Juventus really clever play, trying to put on attack. And Rudiger is alone versus goalkeeper, but he strikes it right over. Kolomuani was alone in the counter attack and he misses. He should have scored. It was really a good build-up by Kolo, and it wasn't offside. It was 1-on-1 against the goalkeeper, and he should have scored. He knows this as well. Trying to loop the ball over the goalkeeper. And yet again, Real Madrid trying to build up one more time. And we have already seen Juventus being aggressive, being clever in their play. Even though they are doing it slowly, it pays off. And I don't know what kind of message they are trying to send right now, Real Madrid, when they are playing 5 defenders in a row. 5 defenders. It must be some kind of game plan with trying to put on Trent and still have 4 in the back, so he can get the aggressive role he's used to. He's not a defender that's just wanna stay behind and defend, because that's not what he's best at. As a strike from Valverde, far out, and it goes wide from the target. I can see Xabi Alonso has told their players to test Juventus goalkeeper by striking far out. Again, Juventus trying to build up a play here in the middle. And we can see Real Madrid actually have they have a kind of 4 or 5 in the back, which means they're really compact, and Juventus has to play slow up against. There's way too many in the back line to find someone, so they gotta build up slow, which they do. But it seems like they're keeping 5 in the back. And when they are trying to counterattack, Trent is the one that is going offensive, while they still want 4 in the back, so I guess that's why Xabi Alonso did this. Juventus struggling, building up the game. Oh, and they find a loop. And it's a strike far out. Oh! It was reflected, the shot by the Juventus player, but it was just wide. Oh! He almost got it right up in the top corner, but it's a corner kick for Juventus. They had really promising attacks already, so I think this one is going to be close. I think my prediction is not really good, and I didn't even spell prediction right, I can see. So, corner kick incoming. Into the back post, but it's headed away. And now they're trying to put up a counter-attack. Vinicius Jr. trying to find Valverde, but it goes right to the goalkeeper. But we've seen promising attacks from Juventus. They've been the effective ones so far. Real Madrid struggling a little bit to find the players in the end, and we can understand that when we see the lineup. They have 2 up front, which means they have to find one of these 2. That's one of the bad things by putting 5 defenders in. It's not something I see a lot during, not in Premier League at least. Juventus trying to put up an attack again. They have been the ones that looks most dangerous at the moment. At the first 12 minutes of the game. And now it looks like we got an injury from Juventus. Kalulu is sitting down in pain. I think he felt something. Let's see if he can play on, or he's gonna be the one first substitution of the game. Would be way too early for him. Also, if it's something bad, not good for Juventus. He's an important player. See, when he fell down from one of the tackles, might have felt something in his leg, but he's up walking again, so maybe he can continue playing. I think he's giving it a go. Gonna try again. And it's game on again. Juventus quickly getting the ball, even though they're one man down right now. Trying to put in an attack. It's blocked in the penalty area. And we see when they block it, they just take a long ball away. And there's no players up at attacking from Real Madrid because of the lineup. So it's gonna be exciting to see if they have a game plan with this. But right now, Real Madrid trying to put up an attack again. Building up the game a little bit slow. And as soon Real Madrid has their build-up attacking, they actually... Juventus actually getting all players behind. So it's kind of the same tactic they're doing against each other. Trent is trying to open up. Yeah, they can't get past the middle. There's way too many. And eventually it gets blocked and kicked away. Trent trying to put up some strikers, and they're playing it slow again. They need to try doing something creative. So when Real Madrid is attacking, we can see they have only 3 in the back. And Garcia is putting in penalty area, but it's blocked again by a Juventus player. Juventus is also having their goalkeeper in play when they're trying to build up from the back. Real Madrid is aggressively trying to put on some pressure. And we see Mbappe is fit on the bench, which means he's probably gonna get some playtime. Ram is building up once again from Juventus. Trying with the long pass. Ends up being blocked. It's a lot back and forth, back and forth. Vinicius Jr. trying to get past alone through 4 defenders. And this is where they really need some people up front. Okay, I'm not sure what he was trying to do there. Try to wrestle the player. We can see Vinicius Jr. is really he's struggling. He's not happy. Being alone up there, he struggles really much. And it's a free kick for Juventus. Thuram is breaking through the mid Now loses the ball. Jude Bellingham won the ball and tried to make a long pass, but again, there is none up front. Real Madrid has none players up front. So I'm not sure if they understand the game plan at all. They gotta switch something up because this doesn't work at all. It's not working. Not this kind of lineup. Again, building up slowly. Long pass from Juventus, really wide open from the right side. A little bit luck. Oh no, it's a free kick for Real Madrid. Right now, I don't think Real Madrid looks like a title contender. But, you know, a lot of things can change when they start get to know each other better. When Mbappe is gonna get on and getting some of the real players into the team would help a lot. But with this lineup right now, they're playing today against Juventus, they do not look like a competitor. Not in Europe as well, but not even in the Liga. They're not even close to the level of Barcelona at the moment. We just gotta admit that it's no there's no competition right now. Even though they have 5 defenders in the back as a lineup, they struggle in the back still. And I think one of the reasons also is to trying to create more ball possession and closing down some of the defenders, but it's not working. They still manage to just play it around without too much pressure. We have to keep in mind that Juventus is not a top 10 team in Europe. They're not. Juventus just playing it around, trying to build up, finding someone behind their defenders line. Again, losing the ball. Valverde is trying to build up Vinicius, but he is getting defended. Close down. Yet again, Juventus trying to build up the game. And I think if we get some position statistic, we will see that Juventus is the one dominating at the moment. This is a promising attack from Juventus to Ram. Cambiaso trying to make a cross in, and it's headed right into the goalkeeper. Actually, really good attack. And again, they get a shot on target for the 3rd time, I think, in this game already, after 22 minutes. So we start to see where this game is headed, and it's going Juventus' direction at the moment. Real Madrid is also good at building up the game, but in the last 2 up front, they're struggling finding anyone. So they can build up from the back, but then they need something after the defenders. And we see 4 defenders in the back. Trent is going up front, which is what I thought the idea was with the 5 liners in the back. Trent has the ball, playing it back to Rudiger. Trent again. Plays it back. They're looking for an open, but it's really difficult when 10 Juventus players are right compact in front of them, and it's a far out shot. But they get a corner out of it, but it was a really terrible attempt. Corner kick. Hit it away. Valverde finding Hausen. Hausen is... I don't know what that crossing was, but it was terrible. But they get the ball back. And Bellingham has just defended the ball out for a corner kick. So, a corner kick for Real Madrid. Corner quickly taken. And Vinicius is trying... I don't know what that was. It was a terrible attempt again. The ball wasn't even deflected, and I think it was at least 4 meters wide. We see Juventus is the one that does not have... They don't want to hurry like Real Madrid. They're playing it slow. They know they are the underdogs in the game. Promising attack from Juventus. Cross in. And it's blocked. Almost an own goal. And it's a corner kick for Juventus. In this kind of situation, I think Real Madrid has the advantage of the height difference from the players. I wasn't trying to find Valverde, but it was wide out for a throw in. We just saw some of the reasons why Trent is not good in the back. He's way too easy just to run past. We've seen that thousands of times in the Premier League. That he's slow. He's not a defensive player. So almost everyone can just run past him. Real Madrid trying to build up the game again for Trent, and it's in the middle. Trent is trying to... No, he's playing it back again. Rudiger. Rudiger's trying to make the cross in, but it's getting blocked. Oh, and Rudiger almost lost the ball. Could have been dangerous. Trent gets the ball again. Is he gonna play it back? Valverde trying to get the cross in, and he gets it. Ooh, and it was actually pretty close that Bellingham got the goalkeeper in the end by the cross in from Valverde. Almost 1-0 to Real Madrid out of nowhere, but it was blocked in the end. Clever attack this time, and also the first time in the game that we see some of the dangerous attacks they can put in, especially when they get Bellingham up front. Vinicius Jr. wins the ball back, gets a free kick. Now we're seeing the Real Madrid pressure for the first time. And we are off for a cooling break. The famous cooling break in this competition, which is needed. Also for the players to, and the coach to trying to switch up something if sees it's not going well. Switch up the tactics. Right now it has been an even game so far. 0-0 is deserved. I think Juventus still has the advantage of having the most dangerous attacks in this game so far. Juventus could have been in front if they just scored. That 1-on-1, and Bellingham was also really close. Thank you for the Juventus goalkeeper that he got out to block the ball from Bellingham, or it would have been 1-0 for Real Madrid. And the cooling break is over, and it's a corner kick for Real Madrid. No, free kick, sorry. A free kick. But it's 30 meters out from the goal, so they have to make a cross in, and Trent is gonna go perhaps to take it. And Juventus has every single defender in the box. Trent is taking the free kick. And the goalkeeper takes it down. Again. Trying to build up slowly. And we see the ball possession. No, the possession control. So 47-47. Which is what we have seen. It's an even game. They both should have had promising attacks. And it's a free kick for Juventus in the middle of the game. Juventus trying to build up. They're leaving only 3 in the back, which means their attack build-up is a little more aggressive than Real Madrid's. But they are holding oh, there's a promising attack for Juventus. Cambiaso trying to make the cross in, but it goes too wide. They're keeping a low defensive line. So they're not putting all players way too up high. Which is something Real Madrid is doing. They're putting almost everyone up high, which creates the high offensive line. Trent's having the ball, building up from the back. 36 minutes played and it's still goalless. What is Xabi Alonso's master plan to trying to get through? Did he switch up something, or is he satisfied with what he has been seeing so far? I'm not sure if Juventus has been talking about closing down Trent. We haven't seen him getting the ball too much yet. So it looks like it's a master plan from Juventus trying to close down Real Madrid's right side. And it's a corner kick. There's a cross in. And it's almost headed, but Germany is missing it. Oh, he was so close actually. He just needed like 2 centimeters from his head. It was a promising cross in, but in the end, it goes out to nothing. So it's a goal kick again. And we can see it's raining, which doesn't make it more easier when it comes to high balls. They need to make some shots out, keep the ball at the grass, hoping it could slide in. And right now I can see my prediction score is what was maybe a little bit too high. I actually thought there would be too many goals here, but we have seen already a lot of promising attacks that could have led to a goal, both from Juventus and Real Madrid. And right now I think they're pretty even at the chances of getting the goal. But it seems like Real Madrid has found themselves a little bit more here in the second. I should say the second half of the first half, but you know what I mean, after the cooling break. Juventus is building up the game way down from the back. And it's Vinicius Junior caught them in the end, but it's a free kick for Juventus. They almost got through. And that's what's kind of funny with this game. Sometimes they drop down and it's really difficult for Real Madrid to get the ball, and sometimes they make this high pressure aggressive just suddenly and they get the ball. So why don't they just do this throughout the whole game instead of just sometimes? I mean, it would take some more energy to put up this kind of pressure, but I mean, it pays off instead of just getting down the defensive line and trying to defend the ball. Right now, some clumsy play in the middle. And it's a free kick for Juventus. Trying to get through here. Juventus getting the ball out right side. Promising attack from Juventus. Cross in, getting blocked. Garcia. And again, Real Madrid is building up from the back, getting control over the ball. Are we gonna see a goal here in the first half or not? I think Real Madrid really wants to get up front just before halftime so they can start play the game as they want to. Right now they're just a little bit too insecure. Also having 5 in the back. Trent hasn't really found his position. And most of the build-ups is in the left side, in the opposite side of Trent. And I don't think that's what they want to do, but they have to. Because they're really closing down. They're closing down. Right now, there's so much space for Trent in the right side of the area, and they are getting... No, they're getting blocked. Thuram, building up. He had so much space. Just one long pass, and I know the Real Madrid players can do this. Just one long pass for Trent, and he was open. There were no player near him, 10 meters radius. So why don't they just do the pass? Thuram is building up, promising attack. Left side, trying to make the cross in, getting blocked again. But he gets the ball back. And we see kind of 2 defensive lines. They're standing with almost 9 players down in defensive line, 2 defensive line. So if they get in front of the first one, they have to get through Trent. And we can see Juventus is actually trying to get the attack done in Real Madrid's right side where Trent is. So maybe I think this is one thing they discussed. But it's not easy to get back 2 defensive lines. But here, no, goes wide out for Bellingham. But if you have to get 2 defensive lines to just back up Trent's defensive job, it's too much. Because if they get the ball, they have none up front to play. So I don't think this is the right way to do it. And it would make them run even more. Because you have to get the attackers back all the time to defend also. it's effective, but in the end, I think they would dry out from energy. And I think the attacking point would be a little bit out of... Yeah. It would be out of quality, sorry. The attacking would be out of quality if they only have 2 attackers up front. I think this would benefit if they could get in Mbappe, at least. He could outrun some of the defenders. Trent gets the ball now. He can make the cross in, and he does, and it's getting blocked. And this time, Trent was free again with 10 meters radius. No one is near him. And this is the first time I see them making the long pass. And right after they did, he made the cross in, which is actually promising. So they should keep doing this instead. They give him so much space. Abdullah is getting out. Crosses it in, but again it's blocked. Again. Right side. They need to play the right side. This is where things happens. Because there is no one defending right side. But Real Madrid is so obsessed with trying to attack in the left, where Vinicius Jr. is. But they have like 5 or 6 defenders in the right side. Valverde. Oh. Valverde with the strike. 30 meters out. And it was a really good strike in the goalkeeper's left side, but he got it. Ooh. What a strike. And it's a corner kick for Real Madrid. And again, Trent, Güler, there are 2 players trying to make the corner kick. I'm not sure why. It was headed by Hausen, but it's getting blocked. And the goalkeeper gets the ball. So the second time they got the corner kick, they put in 2 players to kick the ball. I don't understand it. I don't understand it. Because one of them is just standing there and not touching the ball. So wouldn't it be better if he was in the box instead, where he could get the ball? I don't understand it. I don't get it. That's a weird strategy. It's again something I haven't seen before. And I don't know if it's just some Xabi Alonso is trying to... some new tactics he's trying to put in, but I haven't seen this before. And I don't get it. I don't understand. Why would he put 2 players to kick the ball in a corner kick? What is the other one doing? Why would he even stand there? He doesn't benefit at all. He's just making Real Madrid 1 man less in the box. That makes no sense to me. But we are in the 47 minutes, and there were 4 added minutes, which means we have 2 minutes left in the first half. And Real Madrid is trying to put up some pressure again in the right side, which is where they have been most promising. Trent is making the cross in. It's a good cross. Ooh, it was actually close. A good cross in from Trent, but it was, in the end, not hit by any players. It just got wide through. Again, when they strike from the right side, they get something done. They are dangerous there. So why don't they just keep doing it? Again, no players near Trent. 10 meters radius. It's way too easy. I don't know why they... If it's because Real Madrid really wants to play in the left side. They're closed down with 6 players. And now the long pass to Trent which is alone. Again, out to Trent. No players near him. And he gets the cross in. And this is how they should do it. Oh my goodness. They almost made a foul. And it's halftime. But we have seen so many promising attacks in the last 20 minutes from the right side of Real Madrid's area. And they were all promising every single time because of zero defenders. It's halftime and I am back in a moment. And we are back with the second half. And I'm gonna switch up this time. If I can. Let me just see here, 1 minute. Whoops. What the fuck just happened? Let me see if I can change the timer here. Like this. "45 minutes. And we're soon ready with the second half. Let's see if they switch up. They choose to switch up formation or put in Mbappe or whatever they want to do. We see Mbappe is getting in now. I mean, into the field, not into the game yet. I don't think he's getting substituted just yet. But he is definitely a fan favorite. We can see that everyone is wanting his autograph. Also, one of the biggest stars of the game. And so far, we haven't really seen the promising Real Madrid team that we thought we would. They have a lot to prove to their fans that the upcoming season in the Liga is gonna be special with both Trent and Xabi Alonso as the new coach. They still have a lot to live up to, and they really haven't proven themselves just yet. I think we still need to see something, some quality. Doesn't even look like top 10 team at the moment. And here we go with the second half. I'm sorry, my Just a second. I need to see if I can change the timer just a bit so it matches. And right now it just started over, so yeah, whatever. It's 45 minutes in and it's second half. Trent outside. Making the cross in. And it's close. That Valverde gets his first goal. Almost. It didn't look like someone who believed in that shot, but it was actually close. The goalkeeper did not make a move. So, if the shot was in target, it would have been a goal. No doubt. They caught Juventus napping for a bit, which is something we see sometimes when we start a new half. We see Real Madrid is trying to put in some aggressive play style here at the first minute of the second half. Playing a high line, pressing with three men. The long ball from Juventus trying to find Thuram. Oh, which was headed it away. 20 meters outside his own goal. Thuram is putting it up, some pressure. And it's a corner kick for Juventus. Again, we see the back and forth. Not really one time we've seen... and it was actually Courtois and Rudiger that was kicking each other's feet instead of the ball. So it was a mistake communication-wise. And here's a corner kick for Juventus. Trying to make the cross in. Headed away by Hausen. And it's a build-up again from Juventus. This time they only have one player in the back, so they play it aggressive also like Real Madrid is trying to. And they're putting up one player here. And that was close again with the cross in from Juventus. But it's offside. It was just offside. One toe offside. Vinicius Jr. driving up left side into the area, putting the cross in. Here's Trent with the... Oh. Trent sends it right out of the stadium with a strike that is way too high. And this is the part that Trent actually really is good at. Attacking and shooting the ball, but this one was way out of quality. That's terrible. But it was a good promising attack. So right now we've seen already in 5 minutes we've seen 2 promising attacks from both teams. So 4. Colomboani is putting up the pressure, which makes Real Madrid putting out the ball for a corner kick. He felt the need to just kick it out instead of maybe play the goalkeeper in the back. Here's a corner kick for Juventus. Again, headed in area, but it's getting blocked. And they're trying to put up Vinicius Jr., so it's now 2 against 1. Can he cross it in? Vinicius Jr.'s going... Oh no. He's way too long on the ball. But they end up getting a free kick, but he should just have passed the ball instead of trying to do it all on his own. He kept the ball for way too long, and in the end, it's going out. It's getting blocked. He should have passed it. But this is Arda Güler with the free kick just outside the box in the left side. Cross in. Promising, but no one hits it. But they still have the ball. Making the cross in. No. Right foot from... I don't even know who kicked it, but it was a close one. It was Bellingham, of course. And we can see more and more that Real Madrid wants to attack in the right side now. Which makes sense. They have been most dangerous when played at the right side. Here's the cross in again. Oh, it's a volley from Dean Housen. Half volley outside 20 meters. It was actually a good volley, but it was blocked in the end. So it's a corner kick for Real Madrid. What a strike. And again, they put 2 players to kick the ball. I don't understand it. And it's headed away. Why are they making 2 players kicking the ball in a corner kick? What is the other player doing? Trent with the cross in, and it's headed. It's a goal. Garcia from Real Madrid makes it 1-0. It's 1-0. It's for the young forward, which I didn't place at the lineup because I couldn't find him. And I think he has already scored 3 times, maybe more. Yeah, 3 times in 4 games from Garcia. And I think it was a cross in from Trent. Yes. So it's an assist for Trent Alexander-Arnold. Finding Garcia, and this is what he's good at. Making the cross in, and again, it was from the right side, which is where they have been most dangerous. Xabi Alonso is happy with that. So now, the first assist from Trent. Which I think he's happy about. And is something he does a lot. Creates a lot of assists. 1-0. Let's see if this is gonna make a response from Juventus. Ram making promising attack. This is it's a good strike from Sau, far out, but it's blocked by Courtois. Gotta really place it well if you're gonna get past Courtois for that distance. And now again, Garcia with the attack. Playing it to Vinicius Jr., breaking the cross in. Getting blocked in the end. This definitely created more counterattacks in both ends. And we see an injury from Juventus. I don't think he's able to play on after this one. We didn't see what happened, but you felt something. And it's not over. It's still an open game because Juventus still managed to get through many times. We've seen them so many times making the good attacks. Bellingham also had the one shot on target some minutes ago. And Hushon also had the shot on target, which was a good strike. And then in the end, Garcia headed it in. So 3 really promising attempts in just a few minutes. And in the end, they get it for 1-0. And it's deserved. I think it's deserved. It could have gone both ways, but it's not undeserved. They've been looking promising the last 30 minutes of the game. They were struggling a little bit in the first 20, but the last 30 minutes, Real Madrid actually took the lead when it comes to shots on target and ball possession, building up attacks and so on. And here again, Real Madrid trying to build up the game. I'm not sure Juventus has substituted anyone yet. It looks like they're only playing with 10 men at the moment on the field, which could cause problems. Yes, they're only having 10 players on the field. So they really need a substitution or something like that. And they get it right here, and it's Gonzalez that's getting substituted on Juventus. Kelly wasn't able to play on after his injury. They're making a double substitution. Also, Francisco Cansayo is getting out, being replaced by Kostic. Let's see if Juventus can get themselves up from this 1-0 down. We know it takes a lot just to put in a goal sometimes, especially up against Real Madrid. They're used to playing in these big competitions, so it's not something new for them. And we still need to see Mbappe on. And I guess it wouldn't be longer than 5 minutes we get to see him. Oh yeah, and it's a bicycle. Real good strike from Valverde. And Trent with the corner kick. Promising attack from Real Madrid again. Valverde almost made it 2-0. But here's the corner kick from Trent. Can he make another assist? No. But the game is still on. Getting a cross in. Blocked. We start to see the differences between these two teams. I think Real Madrid found themselves in a good position right now. They have the game in their hand. This is how they want to play. And it's much easier to do it when they're when they're 1-0 up. Makes them more comfortable in the back. Also, don't have to worry too much about the counterattacks. Right now they're playing like 3 in the back, and they have Trent up front, which is what we thought would happen. Even though they lined up with 5 defenders. And it's still a rainy field. So the cross-in can be difficult when it's raining. And Thuram trying to put up some counter-attack. Winds up getting back again. It's not too often that we see Juventus right now having the ball. They struggle a little bit getting the ball under control and ends up with a bad pass that goes out to nothing. And I think Real Madrid is really happy with this result right here. We see the wave from the audience. They can't find each other at Juventus. They struggle building up the game. We see the fans is getting desperate seeing Mbappe on the field. I don't think it would take more than 2 minutes and he will get on. That could really switch up the game as well. Getting in Mbappe fresh. And I'm also really excited to see Trent and Mbappe on the same team. I don't think I have seen it yet, so it's gonna be exciting to see. The first 45 minutes, I don't think there were too much quality. Same goes for the other games they had in this tournament. We haven't seen too much quality. Not what we really expected. We always expect a little bit too much, maybe. But here's a promising attack from Garcia putting in the cross. But there are only 2 inside the box area, which is not enough. But they're putting up a high pressure. They still want to get more out of it. They know just one mistake and it's 1-1. And we've seen Real Madrid trying to slow down the game just a little bit for the first time. Went with the 10 meters radius of no defenders near him. They let him too much space. And if you know how Trent plays, you can't give him that much space because he will just drive up the ball. It's easy for him. And here's the play again from the right side. and it's a corner kick for Real Madrid, and it's again too easy. There's no players in Real Madrid's right side, so they can just run through it all the time. And here we see Mbappe is gonna be substituted, and we see that the fans are happy to see him back after his sickness, not injury, but he was sick, I think. But now he's back. And it's a corner kick. Headed away. But they get the ball back in a dangerous position. And it goes out again for a corner kick one more time. This time they only put one player. No. Yes, they only put one player to take the corner kick. They've been experienced in trying to put two players to kick it. I didn't understand why. And here's Jude Bellingham. Valverde. Oy. Close. They build up from the back again, Juventus. They have to try find each other. Real Madrid don't have to put up the defensive line way too high up. Not now, at least when they're up front. 1-0. And here it goes. Mbappe's getting substituted. And he comes in instead of Garcia, who scored the only goal in the game. And we can see the fans are happy about it. They wanna see Mbappe. That's why they're here. The Real Madrid top scorer. Let's see if this is gonna be more dangerous for Real Madrid. We know Mbappe's quality. He's a striker that keeps scoring no matter how tough the game is, no matter which team he plays on. He just keeps scoring every single season. For me, he is he's a top 5 attacker in the world, if not top 3. If we talk about strikers, I think he is top 3. And here comes Mbappe, loses the ball. But the first time we see him, we already see some difficulties from the Juventus defenders. He's hard to close down. And we really haven't seen too much of Juventus in the past, I don't know for how long we have seen an attack. They really struggle getting it too higher up. They lose the ball every single time. They lack creativities, ideas. But this could be a promising attack, maybe, for Juventus. They have to do something. 1-0 is not good enough, and they can't wait too long because in the end, Real Madrid will score again. And here comes the strike far out, and it's just wide. That was a close strike. But it's 20 meters out from the field, from the goal. Trying to make the strike along the grass, hoping for the rain to make it spin even faster. It was actually a good strike from Yildiz from Juventus, but it's, again, when you strike that far out, it's really difficult for it's difficult because Courtois is a great goalkeeper, and he's probably taking most of the goals. And we see Roberto Carlos is on the stadium as well, supporting Real Madrid, where he played throughout his career. His favorite club. Thuram is trying to put on attack. Actually, a really good cross inside the goal area, but it's getting headed away. And they win the ball back. No. First time we see just a little bit from Juventus. But Vinicius Jr. is also making the counter attack here from Mbappe in the penalty area. And Arda Güler with a huge strike right on the goalkeeper, but it was actually a good strike. Bellingham with the little trick outside. Mbappe is trying to get the ball through penalty area, but without any luck, and it's a free kick for Juventus. But we've seen Real Madrid are dangerous when they get to the penalty area. They don't need too much. They're also standing with 6 or 7 defenders in the penalty area to close him down. Here again, Juventus, they have to do something. They have to figure out how to make a promising attack. They need the one goal to equalize, and the winner has to be found today. So they cannot depend on any other games. If they lose, they're out. I think it's really it's important for Juventus to also prove themselves that they are able to compete in the Italian league. They haven't been able to compete with the big clubs like Inter and Napoli the past seasons. Here again, Real Madrid, right outside the penalty area. And Juventus is giving them so much space because they have every single player in the penalty area. And this is going to be tough for Juventus if they're going to keep playing like this. They're going to lose energy if they have to run up front and they have to get back and defend everyone. And I'm not sure Juventus is going to keep up with this kind of play style. It takes so much energy to run back and forth like this, defend and attack all the time. And we can see Real Madrid doesn't have to do it. They don't have to put everyone up front. They don't have to get everyone back because they have their game in their hand. They are up 1-0. They can do whatever they want. Thuram trying to get through here alone. Promising attack by himself. I think he felt something. The cross in is really good actually. Courtois just mistimed that one. Garcia. Gets the throw in. And the cooling break is on again. And I think we're gonna see Modric Getting on. Modric, who is also getting to an end point of his career. Getting close to the 40 years of age, which is really, really much in football. It's really rare that we see a 40-year-old player like Ronaldo still playing in the Europe, and we have to know that Ronaldo is not playing anymore in Europe. He moved away, but Modric is still playing of one of the biggest teams in the world in Europe, which is the most difficult place to be at almost 40 years of age, which is insane. I don't know how he can keep it up, but we see he's still good for Croatia when they play. He's an important player, but he's not as fast as he used to be. But he has the advantage of many years in the back of playing football, so he knows a lot of things. And it is Güler that gets substituted for Modric. And I think the fans are happy about it. We see some Croatia fans as well with the Croatia flag in the crowd. So I guess they came to see their hero Modric, and they should be satisfied with seeing both Trent, both Mbappe and Modric in the same game. Also Bellingham, but you know there are so many big stars on Real Madrid's team, so they get to see everyone. And I remember last season, so many players were talking about Vinicius Jr. perhaps should win the Ballon d'Or. One of the best players in the world, but the recent year we didn't really see too much of him. Like he got in Mbappe's shadows. And that's what happened when you get a superstar on your team that overshines some of the other players. And that's what we've seen. That's what we saw when Cristiano and Benzema were playing together. Benzema were, of course, a star, but he didn't outshine Cristiano. And just as soon as Cristiano left the club, we saw Benzema just being the best player and won Ballon d'Or as well. And that's what happened when some people overshines others. We don't really see their qualities, and I think this is what we see as well. When Mbappe got on, he starts to overshine Vinicius Jr. So I'm not saying that Vinicius Jr. is not good. Of course he is, but it's a different style of play, and they want to find Mbappe. They know he's quick. Here's a crossing from Juventus, almost getting it. They still have the ball. Thuram just outside penalty area, playing it right side. Oi, and he gets through with the ball in. Close. Promising attack, actually. And we really missed seeing that. Long time ago, we've seen Juventus having such a promising attack. Now we see the Real Madrid trying to build up slowly. And here they find Vinicius Jr. right out inside penalty area, getting out. Oh no, it's getting blocked away from Thuram. They were lucky here. It could have been 2-0. They caught Juventus' defensive line napping. We start to see that Juventus is playing a little bit more risky, not having every single one in their penalty area. They have to try something, so it makes sense. And Real Madrid can still just play with 4 players in the back. They don't have to put everyone up. They're still in front, so it's not that important to get the second goal. Right now they have the game where they want. And they have a long way, Juventus, if they want to score. Especially the way they play right now. With everyone again packed in the defensive line. They of course do not want to get behind 2-0 because that's game over, but they have to put so much energy in the last 10 minutes. And I know it says 36 minutes on my timer, but it's in 81 minutes, so that means 9 minutes left. So when my timer is 45, that means it's game over. Vinicius Jr. in the penalty area with the shot getting blocked. Headed around. But Real Madrid catches it again. Again, so much space in the right area. He shoots wide outside and it's close for Real Madrid. And it's a corner kick. Oh, he just got his finger on. It was actually a close one again. Close strike. And Modric with the corner kick. Let's see what he can do here. And it's getting headed away. Sprint with the throw in. And Juventus has to put some pressure on. They are running out of time. Long pass to Trent. Just controlling the ball. Plays it back. And Juventus yet again has every single player in their own defensive line. Every single one. And Real Madrid is having up the high defensive line. Vinicius Jr. trying to make crosses, no. Mbappe plays it goal. And it goes out for a corner kick. It was reflected. Corner kick for Real Madrid. And it's gonna be Trent. Takes it. Can he make his assist number 2? And we see a double substitution for Juventus. They want to get some fresh legs on the field in the last 5 minutes. And it's Lucale and Rugani that is going out. Coming in is McKennie and Gatti. Here's a cross in from Trent with the corner kick. Let's see if they can get something out of this. Still no defenders out at Trent. There's so much space, much with the ball, playing it back. They just play it slow. They can keep playing like this and until the game has stopped, because Juventus doesn't really do anything against it. They're trying to push a little bit, but not too much. They don't want to get behind 2-0 because that's game over. But they have to do something. And this was actually a little bit promising, but Bellingham stopped him with a foul, and that's a yellow card for Bellingham. This could be the chance in the last 4 minutes for Juventus to get up front. They need the goal to equalize. To Ram with the it's too long. Now every time Juventus drops the ball, they can just counter attack and run directly to cross in from Vinicius Junior, but it gets to nothing. Let's see if they can high pressure in the end of the game. I know they have been putting a lot of work by having everyone up in their attack and getting all players behind in the defensive line. It's really difficult when you have to play like this. It takes a lot of energy for the players. But they need everyone to just try and play aggressive. And this is where we see the differences between the two games. The two teams. Real Madrid is used to this kind of pressure, and they know how to handle it. Juventus is struggling, finding momentum in the past 50 minutes in this game. They really haven't done too much. They were good in the first 20 minutes, but then brilliant ball from Trent up to Valverde, and I think he gets a corner kick out of it, yeah. And I think player of the game is gonna be Trent. Not because he has been the best. I think Garcia is my player of the game so far, but since Trent is getting his first assist and done some good passes, and of course he's new, he needs that confidence, so I think he's gonna get it by the players voting him to be player of the game, but I'm not sure. Let's see if Modric or Trent can cross it in. The bad cross from Trent goes out of play. 1 minute left, plus extra time. I don't think we're gonna see much more from Juventus in this game. They struggle building up anything at all. Valverde is getting substituted. Could be player of the game as well. Been really good. He had a lot of chances. Some good strikes. But I thought we would see more than just one goal in this game. I didn't know that it would be that even. Even though I know we've seen Real Madrid being the better team. They are deserved being in front, and they have been the better team in the last 60 minutes. But in the first 20, I think Juventus was the better. But Real Madrid found momentum, and they are back. A lot of space to Trent in the right side. Takes his time, and he plays it badly. Gets the ball back though. And we had 5 minutes extra added time. And we are already 1 minute in, which means we have 4 minutes left. And I have no idea what Houston just did. Just kicked the ball way too long outside. So now the Juventus get the chance to build up the game. Are we gonna see this late game goal? I mean, if we do, it would be kind of a steal, since they haven't really have had anything in the past second half. I highly doubt it. But let's see. They're trying to get up an attack. Building up the game. Now Real Madrid is getting every player behind. They want to just defend this. A promising attack for Juventus. Ram. They're still having the ball outside the penalty area. No. Offside. I didn't see that offside. I did not see that. And Real Madrid can take their time. Courtois with the ball, with the free kick. I mean, I think Real Madrid should just play it slow at the end there. They don't need to rush, do anything stupid. They have the game in their hand. They don't need to just high pressure it, which they do. They want to get the second goal, but they don't have to. They can just play it slow. Juventus can't build up anything. They are out of quality. Like they have been in the past seasons. They have been disappointing, even with the transfer windows. I don't know. They really broke back in quality after Cristiano left. We haven't really seen too much. I wouldn't even say they're a top 20. Maybe a last attack from Juventus. Promising attack. And he's going down, but it's not a penalty, says the referee. I don't think it was. I think he went down too easily. Playing on it a little bit. There is 20 seconds left on the time. Juventus has the ball. They have to do something. I mean, shouldn't they just put everyone up front? Trying to make cross in. And I think that's it. I think that's it. No, that's not a penalty. Never. And here's the whistle. That was the end. 1-0 to Real Madrid. And they are through in the Club World Cup tournament. Which means Juventus is out. Garcia with the only goal of the game. Deserved win, if you ask me. I think if you ask everybody, it's a deserved win. And it's what we expected. we would have it would have been unexpected if Juventus would have gotten through this one. So we got Trent's first assist in a Real Madrid jersey, which I think he's happy about. And player of the match is Valverde. And that's it. Thank you for now. Have a good evening.